On August 16th, 2015, at the age of 8 years old, I was allowed to create a YouTube channel with parental supervision. And on that day, I released my first ever video, which was a 5-second clip of a Five Nights at Freddy's OC I had drawn on MS Paint, with a royalty-free version of London Bridges playing under it. I titled it Wolfie Wears Clothes, though sometime over the years the title got messed up somehow, and I was ecstatic. For those of you who are unaware, I am autistic. I was undiagnosed at the time, but I was extremely hyperfixated on Five Nights at Freddy's, despite being too scared to properly play the games. To help process the hyperfixation, I found myself watching a lot of YouTube videos by a creator under the name Smike, though he unfortunately doesn't seem to be very active anymore. At the time, though, he made a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's content, which helped to dumb down the lore and everything to my 8-year-old brain. He also hosted music videos for some of Try Hard Ninja's old FNAF songs. My personal favorite was, and still is, the Puppet song. That song is a banger. Anyways, being an undiagnosed autistic kid with not a lot of stable interpersonal relationships and a deep need to express my love for the series, I initially went to Scratch, a coding website for young children. I still use that for my games today, but at the time, that was basically the closest thing that kid me had to a social media platform, and I used it to make bad FNAF fan games and other projects related to the series. However, as I was watching Smike's videos, I found myself wanting to try that medium myself. YouTube videos. So, after a while of begging my parents, I was eventually allowed a Google account, again under their supervision, and I began posting bad FNAF videos. Not with the hope that they would blow up, which they didn't, but instead just me needing an outlet to express my love for this series. None of my early videos were good, as they were mostly just slideshows and mic-less screen recordings of the games on Bandicam, but I do just want to highlight this one video of me clicking around on Scott Cawthon's website, which, at the time, had some Easter eggs for the upcoming game that everyone ended up hating, FNAF World. But of course, at the time, no one knew it would be called that, so I just titled the video FNAF 5 Confirmed, with confirmed being misspelled. Things were a lot simpler back then. Anyways, after this, I crucially found who would end up being my favorite content creator on this platform, DanTDM, through the Minecraft Pocket Edition Let's Play he made when his hand broke, and I began incorporating Minecraft Pocket Edition into my videos, largely via FNAF-related builds. I also began making more plot-based and vlog-type videos around this time as well. Over the years, I would continue to post videos of gradually increasing quality about all sorts of things. YouTube was, and to an extent still is, an outlet for me when I don't have people to talk to. Being autistic can be hard. I would do collabs with my friends who also have their little kid YouTube channels. I would dabble in animation. I had an insistence on numbering every video as if it was going to become a series. I even made a Minecraft survival series that spanned across several years, several platforms of the game, and over 200 episodes. 4 years into my channel's existence, I would make a silly little video jumping off of the blank portrayed by Minecraft trend, which was popular at the time, and I made it about school. Not expecting much to come of it, but suddenly it jumped to over 500,000 views, making that still the most viewed video on this channel, and where I got a lot of my followers from. And now, in the past few months, I've finally optimized my channel to prioritize quality content, and I even have a couple other channels that I maintain as well for various purposes. I might not have a huge follower count, but I have something far more important: an outlet, a small community, and a hub of good memories. I'm an adult now, and it's hard, but the fact that there's some people who have followed my nonsense over the years and still pop in brings me more joy than I can ever express. Yes, I recognize you guys when you comment, and it always makes my day brighter. I want to thank a handful of people who have been helpful to my channel over the years. First, I obviously would like to thank my parents for allowing me this outlet and being supportive of it over the years. I'd like to thank my grandma, who featured in a lot of my earlier videos and still watches my content to this day. I'd like to thank my friend Lena, who has featured in countless videos over the years and has always been very engaging with this. I'd like to thank Collison, who drew my profile picture, as well as featuring in a few of my older videos. I'd like to thank Dominic Wickham, who has more recently been in some of my content and has provided some help with my video essays. I'd like to thank another person who will go unnamed for privacy reasons, but they know who they are, and they've been very supportive. And finally, I'd like to thank all the other people who have featured on or helped with this channel over the years, as well as all of you watching. Thank you for making this decade bearable, even at my lowest points. Also, the lore goes so deep here, so I didn't know where to put this, but me and one of my cousins made a channel full of what we thought was the funniest shit ever, and I kind of love it. We haven't made a video since my freshman year of high school, but I'm gonna be visiting them soon, so who knows? Maybe fat armadillos in masks will have a revival.
How does it feel like wearing your own kind, huh?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That is all. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and have a lovely day.